a law that strives to protect, not just punish, recognizing that violence against women is a societal ill demanding comprehensive solutions. Good day everyone, I am Rian Campos and today we will be discussing about the Anti-Violence of Women and Children Act, also known as the Republic Act 9262. But before we proceed to our discussion, let me present to you our learning targets for today's lesson. At the end of this lesson, pre-service teachers will be able to understand the legal definition of VAUSI as outlined in RA 9262, including its various forms: physical, sexual, psychological, economics. Apply the legal framework of RA 9262 to real-life scenarios through role play. Show empathy for victims, recognizing the trauma they have experienced, and understand the details of its commission. These lessons, you will be able to know the important preventions of the violence against women and their children. VAUSI, also known as RA 9262. Republic Act 9262, or the Anti-Violence Against Women and Their Children Act of 2004, is a result of strong advocacies on women's human rights in the country. This law was deemed to be a significant victory for all Filipino women as it was based on the right of women not to suffer abuse, discrimination, and violence in their respective relationships. And this law includes the four important features. First, we have here the four kinds of violence against women and children are defined. The law defined four kinds of violence, which are physical, psychological, sexual, and economic, in its effort to encompass all types of abuses inflicted to women and their children. Second, we have here VAUSI is a public crime. The crime is perpetrated not only against a single individual but against the entire society. Thus, anyone who has personal knowledge of the abuse, violence, or discrimination can file a complaint. Third, protection orders can be issued against the perpetrator. Upon filing the case, the victim survivor or anyone who has personal knowledge can apply for a protection order to enforce distance between her and the perpetrator. Fourth, stronger community mechanisms to respond to cases. Various government agencies are mandated to aptly respond for formulate mechanisms to respond to reported cases of VAUSI immediately. Protection orders. A protection order under the Anti-VAUSI law is defined as an order issued for the purpose of preventing further acts of violence against a woman and her child, specified in section of this act, and granting other necessary relief. The relief granted under a protection order should serve the purpose of safeguarding the victim, minimizing any disruption in the victim's daily life, and facilitating the opportunity and ability of the victim to independently gain control over her life. The law enumerates the following reliefs that may be availed of through a protection order. Let us proceed to the rights of victim survivor of VAUSI cases. RA 9262 specified the following as rights of the victim survivors. It is stated at Section 35, Rights of Victims. The right to privacy of a victim is also provided in the law, and its violation is punishable by imprisonment in life. Now let us proceed to the duties of national and local government offices. It is also stated in Section 39 of RA 9262 for the creation of the Interagency Council on Violence Against Women and Their Children, which shall formulate gender-sensitive programs and projects according to their respective agency mandates, including capability buildings programs for their employees. The IAC VAUSI consists of the following agencies: the SWD, National Commission on the Rule of Filipino Women, Civil Service Commission, Commission on Human Rights, Council for the Welfare of Children, Department of Justice, Department of Interior and Local Government, Philippine National Police, Department of Health, Department of Education, Department of Labor and Employment, and National Bureau of Investigation. The VALSI Act stands as a crucial piece of legislation in the Philippines, aiming to address the pervasive issue of violence against women and their children. Its effectiveness, however, hinges on consistent and comprehensive implementation of all levels of government within the communities. While the law provides a strong legal framework, challenges remain in ensuring its full enforcement, including resource allocation, public awareness, and societal shifts in attitudes towards gender equality. Ultimately, the success of the VALSI Act depends not only on legal mechanisms but also on a sustained commitment to cultural change and a collaborative effort to create a society free from violence and discrimination. So that's all for today, guys. I am your discussant for today, Rian Campos, saying that every woman and child's life deserves to be free from discrimination, exploitation, and violence. Their inherent worth demands our unwavering protection.